Welcome back to FITF for the second episode of Road to Halo 4, the Reach Edition. I'm glad to be back for another episode. I'm going to try and do these daily as best as I can. I do still have a life and stuff to do, but the positive feedback I've gotten and the constructive criticism, keep them coming. It's good and it helps me continue doing this. I quite honestly like playing games and I like talking, so I guess this is the best thing for me. So today, two things were brought up that sort of, look at this fail driving. I don't know what I was trying to do there, but brought up two different topics for me on the game. Someone on a Halo forum that I frequent brought up the fact that Halo Reach is the earliest set Halo game in the series. The odd part is armor abilities. Armor abilities seem to mess up and skew the timeline because armor abilities were introduced after the fact, right? They were introduced in the latest game, which is set earliest, which leaves armor abilities absent from Halo 1 through 3. So it seems a little bit odd that they would have chosen to do that. I think the best route would have been to introduce these in Halo 4, but yeah, I guess things happen, right? Now, the other topic is in regards to Halo 4. Halo 4 now has armor abilities, and part of this other topic is a little bit negative. A lot of people don't like armor abilities such as ground pound or armor lock, as its real name is. So I was interested to see how they would incorporate armor abilities in Halo 4, why they would incorporate armor abilities in Halo 4, and what they would do to address the negative feedback on them. First off, armor lock is not in it, from what I've seen. From what the site, the Halo 4 site has shown, there's only 4 armor abilities they're displaying, which are hologram, thruster pack, which looks very interesting, Promethean shield, I think, and Promethean vision, which is the Forerunner technologies. I'm not sure if it's hard light shield, not Promethean shield, but it is Promethean vision. Hard light shield sounds self-explanatory. It's just a shield, sort of like the Jackals would have. Promethean vision allows you to see short-range, full-spectrum enhancement. It does what the site describes it. In my own words, it's sort of there's another game that has something similar to it. I think it's Crisis, but it sort of just gives you extra information on your HUD, your heads-up display. And Thruster Pack allows you to sort of thrust from side to side. As I mentioned in the last episode, sprinting is not an armor ability. It's silly. Like, I played Halo 1 through 3 without the ability to really sprint, and I didn't miss it. When I go back to play Halo 3, I don't miss it. But the fact that some people can sprint in Halo Reach and some people can't, that trade-off doesn't seem fair in the multiplayer aspect. I feel like if you're going to introduce sprinting, it should be sprinting for all. It seems a little bit redundant to have sprinting as an armor ability. The ability to run is a specialty ability. Anyway, enough on that. So it seems like they are addressing the problems people had with the armor abilities, and it looks like things are going to work. I've watched a bunch of gameplay. If you guys haven't seen them, from stuff from like E3 and whatnot, if you guys haven't seen them, I might put some links in the description to the videos. But yeah, they're good. The gameplay looks solid. One more thing that I kind of just came up off the fly from watching the gameplay is the comments saying that everybody's stealing from COD by having those, the points flash up on the screen and give you that little visceral experience, that that visual affirmation that you've actually done something good in the game, which I find, I'm not going to talk much on this, I find that a little bit absurd that people are obsessing over headshot plus 25, flashing on a screen, that's not a game-changing feature. It's not, I mean, it doesn't make COD any better having had it, or doesn't make Halo any better introducing it in the latest title. It, if anything, it kind of makes things more informative. It gives another level of another layer of gameplay to it. Now you can record this stuff and more stat keeping. It's not something that's detrimental or essential to the gameplay. However, people talking about COD, and I know this is very off topic, people talking about COD as being the staple of stat keeping, MW3 is more than halfway through its lifetime, and the scoreboards still don't record anything of any use. So just on that. Anyhow, it's interesting to see the changes in the multiplayer. We'll put those videos. I'm not going to talk about it much more. I did have another topic. I'm trying to keep talking during these first ones because, to be honest, this level is boring. And to tell you the secret, I don't like Halo Reach campaign that much. The first time it was good and interesting. I got to learn more stuff about the franchise and the story. But it's my least favorite campaign. I'd have to say Halo CE or Halo 3 are my favorite campaigns. Halo CE probably my favorite because of nostalgia, and Halo 3 is probably my favorite because it just introduced new stuff and didn't go too overboard, and I love having all the grenades to pick from, like the incendiary grenades, the 2 sticky grenades, and the frag. Yeah, I love nades. You might see a lot of that in the series. However, another piece of news is the Halo, this just came out a day or two ago, the Halo multiplayer download to the Xbox hard drive is going to be 8 gigabytes. That's huge, considering most games now are, single player and multiplayer are 8 gigabytes. It's just interesting to see that they are putting so much work into both things. They have the multiplayer experience, the Infinity, it ties everything in so smooth. It has what they call a persistent feel to it, which I love. And you have the element of Spec Ops. No, whoa, sorry. God damn. Don't flame me for that. The element of Spartan Ops, and I say Spec Ops because it's the closest thing in my mind to what we currently have in the gaming market. However, from what we've seen of Spartan Ops, Spec Ops has absolutely nothing on it. I mean, COD has, for some reason, won in the fanfare and numbers department lately, but Halo's a quality game, and Spartan Ops looks like a quality co-op experience, which you will be seeing weekly on this channel, as I love playing co-op with friends. It's something honestly, what's games if you're playing it by yourself? That's why internet gaming has become so big. Anyway, that's all I pretty much want to say on that they're putting in a lot of work into making the multiplayer experience grand and highly functional, so that 8 gigs that the Halo multiplayer alone will take up, it seems justified. But from that news, I'm guessing, don't quote me on this, I'm guessing that the multiplayer itself will be on a separate disc from the single player, which is a good move. I feel like since Xbox doesn't have Blu-ray and the ability to just pack a bunch of information onto a single disc, it's good to separate these things from time to time, right? However, most people will say that's not a good thing, that they're going to be on separate discs, but I don't know if it's going to be on separate discs. Speculation. No one really knows all the details except Microsoft. That's pretty much all the news for today. I'm going to keep trying to keep updated on the Halo news as I go through the series, so I'm not only going to be talking about Reach or the game I'm playing, I'm going to be focusing on Halo 4 and what we'd all like to see in Halo 4. Anyways, enjoy this cutscene. This is FITF. Hope you enjoy the series. Episode 3 should be out tomorrow. Later.
Found some.